Hello, I hope you're having a lovely Sunday. I thought I'll show up here today and talk about the rising cost of living in Nigeria. I have been in Nigeria since February, so I know. But I also want to use the opportunity to encourage us to disrupt our thinking. And to do that, I want to make reference to a story in the Bible about the widow who called on Elisha because she couldn't pay her creditors. The creditors threatened to take her 2 sons away. So when Elisha came, Elisha didn't give her some money or give her some food. Instead, Elisha asked her a question. Elisha said, "What do you have in the house?" And her response was, "Nothing. I have nothing. I only have one tiny little bottle of olive oil in the house." And he said, "Bring that olive oil." Now, the key word there for me is nothing, because we all know how the story ended. So what I want to draw our attention to at this critical time that we are all going through is to look inward, because sometimes we are so externally focused, we don't see the value of the things we have. It could be talent, it could be knowledge, it could be what we can do with our hands, it could be something we have in terms of assets, it can be anything. So I want to draw your attention to that first and foremost. So I'm going to emphasize on 2 things. Number 1, she asked for help. Number 2, she used what she had. So who can you ask for help? And what do you have that you can use? Because many a time we overlook what we have. So I want you to think about that. And then I'm going to give you a strategy. It's a very simple strategy. And it's the acronym for the strategy is SSM. What can you stop doing? What can you start doing? And what can you do more of? Okay? Because when times are hard, these are some of the strategies we need to employ. Some things are not that important. We can actually stop doing them, but it takes you being intentional to actually identify those things that you need to stop so you can stop doing them. And then there are some things you can actually start doing, but you haven't actually thought of them. It hasn't even come to your awareness. So again, you have to be intentional about what you can start in order for you to start thinking about different things that you can possibly start. And of course, there are some things you're actually doing right now that if you do more of it, you'll get more benefit from it. Now, in terms of the things you perhaps need to stop, take for example, things you spend money on that you're reviewing to see if it is really worth you spending money on that thing. You really have to be internally focused to make that decision and not bother so much about what people will say by being externally focused. So for what it is worth, this is my share this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Let's support one another. And of course, I don't have all the answers just because I'm on the other side of your device. If you have any, great tips that we can, use, by all means, share it in the comment section. It will be nice to hear from you all as well. How are you coping? What are your coping mechanisms at this critical time in our journey?